other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast for the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul. This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. The NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Aloe, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
And welcome
Welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena semifinal for Class B number 2. Here on News Channel Nebraska, it's Norris taking on Scottsbluff. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen with you for this matchup, brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need them. Well, we know who's going to be in the final. Scottsbluff is returning. It's just a matter of who will get to try to take down the Skyhawks. Two very good opponents, Andy. You have Norris and Scottsbluff, the Titans as the 2 seed, tested yesterday, coming off an overtime victory over Bennington. Scottsbluff, they took down a team that's been here a lot recently in Roncalli Catholic. Yeah. Looking forward to a great one.
Yeah, Roncalli got just that half-court man-to-man pressure. A lot of times you think, oh, when a team's going to pick you up half-court, might be a little, relaxed. Not the case with their Bearcats. Man, they can really push you around.
Let's talk about some of these players. First off, for Norris, not a senior on this team. Chris Garner, a sophomore. He's averaging 15 and 6. That's not bad for a youngster. Coach Moats really loves what he offers the Titans.
Garner's one of those guys that can just shoot lights out from anywhere on the court. Has the green light from Coach Moats. Such a fun guy to play for is Moats, and he knows that he has a bevy of shooters, and it starts with Garner.
Scottsbluff, it's Nate Kelly. He's also a sophomore, leading the Bearcats in pretty much every statistical category. Not only points, but rebounding, assists, and steals as well.
That assist is where I want to go with. He has great court vision, and he's rewriting the record book out there with those assists. Already has the in-game record and the season record as a sophomore. Really gives him a leg up on that offensive end.
Talked about some good team players for both Norris and Scottsbluff. How about Michael Shively? He's a team player for News Channel Nebraska. He has more on the recent history at the state tournament for both of these programs.
This is a matchup of two of the most storied programs in recent memory in Class B boys basketball. Scottsbluff, and most people might not think of this, but Scottsbluff is tied for the most appearances here in Lincoln at the state tournament with any other Class B school in the last decade. They've been to state 8 times. The only other team in Class B that can say that, the Omaha Skyhawks, who we just saw punch their ticket to the state championship game. Beyond that, it's Bennington next. They've been 7 of the last 10 years, and then it's the drop-off to teams that have each been the last, or 5 of the last 10 years. That's a tie. It's Norris and Omaha Roncalli. So of the 5 programs that have been to state the most recently, it's the Scottsbluff and Norris squads, 2 of those 5. But during all those appearances at the state tournament, they never played each other. This is the first time in the postseason, in the state tournament specifically, that Scottsbluff and Norris have gone against each other. Of course, they are not regular opponents in the regular season, given their geography. So a couple of maiden opponents here in Norris and Scottsbluff, but 2 of the best in boys basketball in this classification in the last decade. That means we're looking forward to a good one. State semifinals basketball is next on NCN.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
I think if you're somebody who's starting a business, or you're a farmer, or you just want somewhere to trust with your finances, you should choose Midwest Bank, because we work very hard to understand your situation and be a part of every step that you're going through. We truly care what's happening in our communities. We want to be out there, be a part of what's going on, and you'll feel the heart that we have for our communities. You'll feel the belief we have in our customers, and you'll really understand that that's the Midwest Bank way.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. We have local service here. You need to go talk to somebody, they're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
Welcome back. It's time to take a look at our school spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Norris, 17th appearance, as Michael was hitting on. These programs have been here a lot, specifically recently. 4 state titles for the Titans, 79, 95, 02, and 03. Flip side for Scottsbluff, not bad. 45 appearances from the team from the Panhandle. Always seemingly down in Lincoln, and they have a few state titles as well. Talked about Coach Siski. He was the Crete coach that we just saw. Won that title in 2012, the most recent for this program.
Yeah, and Coach Scott Gullion has really picked up where he left off. They're always kind of one of those teams you got to look out for during the postseason. They're right back at it here at the state tournament again.
Here's a look at the updated bracket. Scott handing Crete its first and only loss of the season. They are back in the state title game. It'll be against either the Titans of Norris or the Bearcats, rather, of Scottsbluff. We're looking forward to seeing how things play out here on News Channel Nebraska.
Yeah, you mentioned that nail biter yesterday for Norris, winning in overtime over Bennington. So you got to see a little bit of that grit, that mental fortitude that the Titans can play with as you get a look at the Titan himself. Those big old muscular arms.
Hitting the weights just a tad. We're getting ready for state semifinal basketball. Starters just around the corner. We'll take one quick break and get ready for tip here on NCN.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey, sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success and achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
Welcome back. It's time to take a look at our starting lineups here between Scottsbluff and Norris. 2 versus 3 seed here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Here is Scottsbluff. The starters brought to you by Unity Eye Centers here on News Channel Nebraska. And you see Meininger, Kelly, who we talked about, Reesig, Amundsen, and Howell rounding out your starting 5. 17 points per game for Kelly. Meininger not far behind, averaging 14.
Yeah, so the Bearcats offense, they have a couple scoring options at their disposal. They got just enough of size to be a disruption. Mismatches across that starting lineup when they get into that man-to-man defense.
And Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul. Here's the Unity Eye Centers. Norris starting lineups. You have Bo Sigger as well as Garner. They're almost identical on their stat line, both averaging 15 points a game.
Yeah.
You have Small you throw in there, who's averaging 6 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Greenfield and Barons in that 5 as well. Greenfield, just a freshman.
Yeah.
He's averaging 11 a contest.
That kind of a young roster, not a senior on that starting 5. And it's a fun bunch, and that's exactly what head coach Jimmy Moats wanted to tell us was, like, this is a fun group of guys to coach. And I kind of approach them that way and just let them go, let the game come to them, and kind of allow them to play without looking over their shoulder. They can take a shot, miss a shot, not have to worry about getting yanked because they have that green light and kind of that free will to play with.
How they get here, Norris defeated Bennington 61-56 in overtime yesterday to make it to this point. Scottsbluff 58-51 over Roncalli Catholic. It's go time. Norris just 2 losses on the season, 1 to Elkhorn back on December 8th. The other, a 3-point defeat to Scott, who just punched its ticket to the championship. That was back on February 6th. Scottsbluff has 6 losses, 1 to Crete, 2 to programs out of state in South Dakota and Wyoming. They also dropped 1 to Ogallala, Sydney, and most recently North Platte, but are currently on a 5-game winning streak.
Yeah, Ogallala, another one of those teams that made the trip down to Lincoln for the tournament here. So, you know, some high-level competition that these two programs, with their couple of losses, can be credited to.
Glad you're with us on News Channel Nebraska. Semifinal number 4 here on Friday, Class B semi number 2. And the tip goes to Scottsbluff. Waste no time trying to attack inside.
I think Gardner might have got a piece of that one right away. And got back behind the D.
First basket goes to Garner.
Collects the harm and the hoop. This afternoon's officials, Travis Unzicker, Joe Wolschlager, and Kevin Koch. Had these guys yesterday. They just can't get away from NCN, can they?
There's something about us. You know, there just really is. And we can't blame them. Garner with a 3-point play to get things started.
Uh-oh.
And a turnover. And that was just Meininger losing his footing.
Yeah, Greenfield with the full court pressure, on-ball pressure, causing the turnover.
Shot is up, doesn't fall for Bosiger. That 3 off the mark as well. Looked good from Behrens. Strong take, but Freisig doesn't get it. Diving for it is Garner. Norris coming the other way.
Garner's come up with a couple of those. Oh, yep, shuffles the feet. Tremendous hustle, though, hitting the deck, getting that last loose ball. He's had a couple options there. He could stop and pop, could drive. Yeah, caught in hesitation there, shuffled the feet.
Another turnover here by Scottsbluff. It's Greenfield. And Bosiger's fouled. It'll be on Amundsen.
Senior Amundsen did get his arm across there. Easy call for the officials. Here it is, boom. Across both arms. But, hey, if you're gonna foul, make it count, right? Don't allow for that continuation, that shot for that good look. So in that regard, I can say, well, you know, good foul.
Smart play, smart play. So Bosiger at the line. Coach Moats, who would know, says he is one of the best shooters in the state. Game-changing type of player who can just basically spot up from anywhere on the court and knock it down.
Don't you love that when your coach has your back like that? He's emphatically telling you, like, hey, I think I might have the best in the state right here.
And he has the stats to back it up. He broke his dad's record of 153 threes for a career at Norris earlier this season. Working it inside. Bucket goes for Small.
And a little bit of a fist pump there for Small, and why not? Nifty footwork, keeping that pivot foot live, then collecting an offensive board in the process.
First basket of the afternoon for Kelly.
There he is.
Put Scottsbluff on the board.
If you ever seen a Scottsbluff game, there's not too many long spans throughout where Kelly doesn't get a bucket.
I believe they're going to give that to Reisig.
I think they called a jump ball. Little sigh of relief there for the Bearcat fans. Get another look at it here.
Norris will inbound.
Whoops. Nice find.
After the mishap, it's an easy bucket for Greenfield.
Small once again with the hustle play and the assist. That was the right idea. Leininger trying to go with that two-handed underhand pass to his post. Credit Norris in their defense, tying it up.
In and out on the three-point attempt from Swisher. Scottsbluff's a little bit out of sorts here early on. Good rebound by Boswell.
Yeah, for the most part, Norris has been able to keep him out of the lane, forcing shots like that. And I think that's what Norris, that's exactly what they want to do.
Halfway through this first quarter, 7-point lead for Norris, 9-2. This first quarter, it's brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor here, as there is another basket.
See, that's got to be a welcome sign for Bearcat fans. Gets up to go to the rim, to the rack. Boswell with the finish. Yep.
Travel's called.
Nice initial drive, get into the middle of the paint. Coach Gullion for Scottsbluff getting into his bench here.
And Norris forces a turnover.
That's just too many turnovers so far for Scottsbluff, where it's really just basic stuff, right? Passing back and forth between each other along the perimeter.
We have Bornschlegel getting his own rebound, kicks it out, wide open three, hit by Greenfield.
Bornschlegel made the play, following his own shot, finding a shooter, Greenfield with the green light from the corner, and there he is again.
The freshman breakaway layup. He has 7.
Yep, good timeout. Good timeout
called. 10-point lead for Norris. 2:26 left in the first. Stay with us. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Getting a look at Scott Gullion, 8th year with the Bearcat program. Was an assistant at 3 prior with Tony Siski. Also assistant at Chadron State prior to that. An Alliance grad of 2005.
Like his philosophy, hey, just keep the train on the tracks, right?
And he's done a good job of that. I actually said he was a little surprised coming into this year, you know, knowing that they lost quite a bit, what this year would look like, and said it's a testament to his group that they've made it to state. Not only made it to state, but find themselves back in the semifinals.
Right, another 20-win season. That's just one of those programs now that you're never surprised, right? Like Scott just won, they're back in the championship. I don't think that surprises anybody.
You see they're unable to knock down the free throws. It's still 14-4. Open 3 on the other end. Just off from Schwischer. Greenfield the rebound. He's blocked. Battle in the paint. And it ends up going in. Basket for Garner.
Garner doing a fabulous job there, allowing the defense to clear and then ascending towards the rim. And I'm telling you, ball security has got to be the talk amongst the coaching staff right now for the Bearcats. And when you have that many turnovers in a period, that's where you see a score like this. Starting to get a little out of hand. You can't let Norris extend this too much more than this.
Just a tad short from Hansmeyer.
Dead ball is going to allow Titans to set up that full court man-to-man. Appears that's what they're going to do.
Nice take. Nathan Kelly, his second field goal.
You just feel it. That offensive possession had a little rhythm to it, didn't it? Working it in, kicking it out, finding the cutter.
And big time rejection there by Behrens. Titans coming the other way. That's a hard collision. Foul on Folkerts.
Well, Folkerts getting in the way there and drawing the whistle on himself. That doesn't allow for that easy fast break opportunity for the Bearcats. So in that regard, it is a positive for Norris. And it's only their third foul here.
Kelly from long range. He has 7.
My goodness. Little okey doke. Step back 3.
And Bosiger will shoot 3.
Scottsbluff coaching staff didn't like how he extended his leg out, saying he's the one that initiated that contact and kind of got that kick to work in his favor. Officiating crews for the past couple years now have really told to put a lot of effort into allowing the shooter that space to land freely when you go for a jump shot, so you're not landing on ankles, twisting your own ankle.
Back to a 10-point advantage for Norris. Kelly heaves it up, and that'll do it for the opening 8 minutes. Norris 19, Scottsbluff 9. After 1 here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. You're watching State Hoops on NCN.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
There are some impressive bloodlines on the Norris boys basketball team. You look at Barrett Bosiger. His cousin is Macy. Yes, the Nebraska DS. She's currently in her beach volleyball season for the Huskers. Another cousin of Barrett's is Mallory, and she's a name you're going to know soon in the volleyball world. She's a Max Preps freshman All-American setter at Norris High School. Uncle Chris for Barrett, he's the all-time leading scorer in boys basketball at Norris, and Barrett has a good chance to break his record next year. Josh Bornschlegel of Norris, his grandpa Larry played basketball at Nebraska, also played baseball. He was a catcher for the Huskers and is in the Nebraska Baseball Hall of Fame. He's in the Nebraska High School Hall of Fame, for decades served as a referee. And Josh Bornschlegel's mom, Stacy, is the all-time kills leader at Hastings College in volleyball. So we don't know who's going to win this boys basketball game, but if a volleyball match breaks out between families of the two schools, my money is on the Norris families to win that. Guys.
Excellent work as always. Michael, I'm still trying to connect all the dots, but what I'm gathering is...
Very athletic bunch, and kind of a continued success of excellence athletically here, from family to family to family.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Well, here early on in the second, 19-9, as Greenfield drives. Norris unable to capitalize there.
Barons tried to get that offensive board and put back on one motion. Maybe should have came down with that number of defenders around him.
Good ball movement by Scottsbluff under to Kelly. Kicks it out. No go from Delgado.
You said it, really good ball movement and movement away from the basketball. Norris just running the court, leaking in behind the defense. Once again, that time Barons somehow gets loose. You just feel like there's some mental lapses happening this first half for the Bearcats.
What a low move from Kelly there. My goodness.
I would say you got the defender off his spot.
Kelly with 9 of Scottsbluff's 11.
And just kind of back and forth we go here for the Titans. This is their offense. Look how they spread you out, as we do have a travel. Gardner underneath. But that always allows for that dribble drive, that spacing to be there, and they're continuously either looking to score themselves or they're more than okay with the kick out, knowing they have, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 12 different shooting options.
Right now the option for Scottsbluff has been Kelly, and he is heading to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, just great awareness from their leading scorer, team captain Kelly. Hey, my team needs some offense right now. I need to provide. Getting to the rack, picking up the foul. Obviously, knocking down that front end of his free throws. Excellent free throw shooter.
(21-12) your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today. Boziger kicks to Garner for 3, no. Offensive board, Born-Schlegel. He passes it off, and Greenfield gets the bucket.
Born-Schlegel with the board and the assist. Just a real nice flow to that entire offensive possession.
Good take by Meininger.
Okay, talking about an offensive flow. There we go. Meininger, strong take.
Blocked. That was Delgado.
Delgado got it on that occasion. And that's going to be the Bearcats' advantage, their size. Delgado, Riesig, these big fellas. Oh, and they are going to get Delgado with the foul.
Lead back to 11. Garner, after knocking those 2 down, has 7 points thus far. Second only to Greenfield, who has 9. Big 3 for Boswell.
Boswell knocking down another one, and I mean, when Kelly has the ball in the middle of the lane, you got to give him that attention.
And Kelly with the lay-in.
Do you see the body control there, Brandon? That's what a huge difference between a good high school player and a collegiate level player right there. Once they elevate and get airborne, the body control working, maneuvering around that defender, not looking to give that charge call, easy lay-in and finish.
Garner off the glass.
Gardner did extend his arm out, but I didn't think he completely shoved over his defender. Scottsbluff's fans might disagree here. Oh, Gardner. So lengthy.
And there he grabs another rebound.
Give him 4 rebounds thus far.
And 2 shots coming up. Boziger will go to the line.
Yeah, Boziger has gotten himself to line a couple of times now in this first half. Been through the dribble drive that time working the left side, beat his guy off the dribble. The help defense was there. Actually picked up the foul from his original defender trying to make up ground. Good on Kelly fighting for that rebound.
Under 3 to play here before halftime.
Yeah, a little surprised that Scottsbluff is getting so aggressive defending at the rim. Not playing it a little bit more straight up. I mean, he had multiple arms there getting into the shooter.
Gordon Schlegel at the line. This is the first. Reminder that high school sports and state basketball and NCNs presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. It's also presented by Woodhouse Auto, convenience delivered every time, as well as Allo. You can rely on honest and hassle-free pricing. Find out more by going to allofiber.com. Kelly just short from downtown.
Didn't miss that by much.
And Gardner gets the 2.
Kelly was looking for the charge, didn't get it. Gardner going coast to coast. Next, that 6th rebound. I'll just take it over from here.
Pops out for Boswell, and then he's called for the foul.
Edmondson can't believe it, thought he got the jump ball. Instead, we're gonna walk about 90 feet and give some free throws. I think the difference on that replay, Gardner was being strong with the ball and tried to pull it away. Landon just continued to try and reach in and tie it up. That's where that reach-in call was probably whistled.
Under 2 to play in the opening half. Class B semifinal number 2 here on News Channel Nebraska. Be sure you stay tuned for our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. At Sartor Heyman, they'll help make your jewelry dreams come true. Check them out at South Point, downtown Lincoln, or in Grand Island.
There's the call Scottsbluff was looking for. Boswell trying to get baseline, picking up the blocking foul on Greenfield.
Well, Kelly has 2 shots coming up. He's been the one who's been getting it going for the Bearcats.
Yeah.
12 points of the 19 coming from him.
Yeah, no surprise there. Really kind of surprising thing is you look at the guy and think, okay, well, he's obviously a senior. Carries himself that way, looks that way. No, he's only a sophomore.
And was their leading scorer last year as a freshman. Again, Coach Scott Golians is very excited about, having him now, but what he can turn into in a year or two as well.
Mentioned in the pregame, also facilitator, 142 assists on the regular season.
Comes out to roughly 6 a game. Not bad. Officially, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Those are his averages.
My goodness. Stat sheet stuffer.
Scramble for the loose ball. Garner dives on the floor. Norris comes away with it. And basket and the foul. Behrens will head to the line.
Behrens did a fantastic job helping his buddy out. Understanding ball was going baseline, it might get cut off, tied up, it did. Made himself available, slashing to the rim. Look at this, nice find, but that's because the movement away from the basketball from Jarrett Behrens. And hey, if you're gonna wear number 23, you better have some flair. I like that big hair out there.
What would you call that? What's the style?
Half-fro?
Half-fro.
I don't know.
I like it. 14-point lead now for Norris. We're under a minute to go. Turnaround jumper is short. Meininger grabs his own rebound, kicks it out to Swisher, also short. Garner out in front, and he gets the easy lay-in.
That's where Swisher enters the game, misses the shot. He has to realize, I got to get back. I got to get back. Didn't do so. Easy bucket on the other end.
Reisig diving for it. Scottsbluff is able to get the timeout called. So we'll stay here, 37-21. A reminder that if you haven't, you should follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, @NCN Sports. Some of you may be tuning in, watching our state coverage for the first time. What you need to know is we televise sports year-round, high school, college, and now professional volleyball with the Supernovas. And all you need to do, Andy, follow us.
Yep.
14,000 plus people do. And you get access to not only our broadcast schedule, not only, when and where we'll be covering games each and every week. We also are pushing out highlights, interviews, rankings.
Yes.
All of the things sports fans know, love, and enjoy. If you follow that Twitter handle, you'll have access. That's NCN Sports.
Those highlight packages after each and every game, player of the game interviews, coach interviews, it's all there on X. Got some signs there. Are they altering the sign? We got some in-game.
Hey, dedication.
Okay.
About 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Foul will send Meininger to the charity stripe.
Meininger, another one of these sophomores for Scottsbluff. Excellent job playing under control as he continued his drive towards the rim, keeping the ball up high, away from those defenders. Yeah, this is really a kind of two young lineups here. Looking at this right, only one senior on the roster for Norris.
And Coach Moats, he made sure to tell me that he's excited about that fact. Has a great team, and they're mainly juniors and sophomores.
Yeah, Coach Moats also knows how tough it is and how you got to cherish every single win. Once you get an opportunity to get down here to the state tournament, you better take advantage if you can get one.
Speaking of youngsters, there's Greenfield, the freshman, with the 2 to round out the half. At the break, Norris in control, 39, Scottsbluff 23. Stay with us here on News Channel Nebraska. Our halftime show is coming up next.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
And welcome back. All Norris in that first half, 39-23 your score. Brandon Axmit, Andy Klassen, and Eric McKay with you. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman & Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. So Scottsbluff getting that shot early to fall. Nate Kelly, he's been the bright spot for the Bearcats in this first half. Norris, it's been spread around. This one, Evan Greenfield, the freshman, not bad. He has 11 points in this first half. And here's Kelly knocking down the three.
Yeah, Kelly has been the lone bright spot. Great awareness, understanding his team needed him to step up offensively. And just great court vision. That happened a couple of times throughout the first half. Norris getting behind the defense in transition.
There's a three knocked down by Boswell. 5 points off the bench, a nice boost for Scottsbluff. They need more of that. Garner also had a great game. 15 points leading Norris in that department.
15 points, 6 rebounds, and there's that late bucket drive as time was starting to expire there from Greenfield. Just had a solid performance, just really across the board for the Titans. You saw multiple times there on that highlight package kind of detailed how good they were offensively, getting into a rhythm, staying in that rhythm, and not allowing that tough Bearcat defense to kind of get to them. They were able to just play with their spacing, move the ball around, and make that extra pass, get a good look.
Well, about 8 minutes left before third quarter action. We'll take another break. You're watching high school basketball here on News Channel Nebraska.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
It's
it's not just the players and coaches who are getting to be on the benches participating in the boys state basketball tournament. There's also student managers, and there's a couple of special ones out here on the court today. For Scottsbluff, his name is Seth Boyer. He's a senior, and he has autism, but he loves basketball. He loves being around the team, and they love being around him as well. He has a special connection with Coach Scott Gullion because Coach Gullion is a special education teacher at Scottsbluff Public Schools. He actually taught Seth Boyer as a third grader and says it is a joy to have him helping with the team. For Norris, Ethan Echternkamp. He sits on the bench, he helps with water during timeouts, he participates in games during warm-ups by passing the ball back out to his classmates. I'm told he has lots of friends at school. He has Down syndrome, still goes to school, and beyond his skills at being a team manager, he's also a chef that has received news coverage for his abilities in that field. He got some attention yesterday from the NSAA. They noticed he was doing a great job with all of his team manager responsibilities, and they awarded Ethan Echternkamp with the Ambassador of Sportsmanship Award. They presented it to him in front of the team in the locker room after yesterday's win. It was a special moment for Ethan, a special moment for the team, and some much-needed recognition for some special team managers. Third quarter action when we return here on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
I love our Nebraska public schools. As a mom of high school students, I see the value public schools bring to our communities every day. It's where families come together to cheer for our teams, engage with our teachers, and build long-lasting, trusted relationships in our communities. It's where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. I don't know if it's that way in other states, but here in Nebraska, public schools are the heart of our communities.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
In every community, there are unsung heroes. They're the ones who make a real difference every single day. News Channel Nebraska and Medica want to thank our community heroes, and now it's your chance to shine a spotlight on them. Nominate your local hero and let their story inspire us all. Winners get to donate $1,000 to a nonprofit of their choice, with over $5,000 donated to date. Together, we can celebrate those who make our communities brighter.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
No surprise, Norris head coach Jimmy Moats likes where his team's at, leading here starting the third quarter. He says they got that lead because they're playing really good defense and getting downhill on their drives. His message to the team at halftime, continue to wear down the Bearcats. For Coach Scott Gullion, not as positive at the break. He says they need to rebound better. He thinks they defended well at times in that first half, but they weren't able to check out and gave up second chance opportunities. On the offensive side, he says they need to do a better job getting into scoring zones, but the overarching message at halftime to his Bearcats is to keep competing. Guys, start of the third quarter.
Thank you, Michael. 39-23, so 16-point deficit for the Bearcats. That's why you play two halves of basketball. 16 minutes to go.
Yep, you're exactly right. If there's one team, in this tournament that I thought to myself, okay, they're pretty tough-minded bunch of fellas, it's this Bearcat squad. So they're just going to have to chip away, possession by possession. Can't get it all back in one or two shots. It's going to have to be a process.
Basket for the Titans.
Yeah, right away. Garner snagging his 7th board. Another offensive rebound and the putback. Exactly what head coach Gullion for Scottsbluff was, talking to Michael about during the break. Something they had to do a better job of.
Point totals, Scottsbluff, it's Kelly with 14, Meininger with 4, Boswell with 5 off the bench. 3 on the way. Ball ripped down. Garner, after that basket here in the third, now has 17. Greenfield 11, 5 for Behrens for Norris, 5 for Bosiger, 2 for Small.
It's a little drive there from Evan Greenfield, getting multiple defenders to leave their feet.
3 is buried by Behrens.
Behrens has a knack for just getting lost in that defense. He's got behind the defense a couple of times in transition. There, left wide open, left alone in the corner on the inbounds. And this Bearcat offense still just out of sorts.
And Garner continuing his great afternoon.
Yeah, Norris couldn't ask for a much better start to this third period here. Garner getting back in the scoring. Behrens nearly with the takeaway, but all right. Scottsbluff able to get something down low. Big fella. Howell with the finish.
His first bucket. 21-point lead for Norris. Nice Nice shot.
Yeah.
Making it look easy, Greenfield.
Well, they're just sharing their basketball so well. Multiple scores, as we talked about during the pregame. Makes it such a lethal bunch to try and defend. And another turnover. 9 Bearcat turnovers in that first half, as we see another one committed here in the second. Good look at head coach Jimmy Moats. Had that run with the Sterling Jets, state champion.
Knows a tad about basketball. After that, he went to Central City, then Columbus. Now in year 3 at Norris. Some people may or may not know he played for Creighton. He's fairly decent there. Prior to, he was a Lincoln Northeast Rocket.
Yep.
Not bad there either.
Not at all. Kind of a guy that's just always around basketball in the great state of Nebraska. And yeah, the Creighton Blue Jays, they have a knack for finding those three-point shooters.
That one doesn't go for Small. Kelly's shot off the front of the iron, and they say Norris basketball.
Delgado thought it was going to stay here. Not the case. The Bearcats fall back into their half-court man-to-man.
Halfway through the third quarter. State high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? Currency is here to help. Find out more at gocurrency.com. Coverage is also presented by Midwest Bank, which is always ready to lend a hand in the communities they serve.
That second shot opportunity, once again, the Titans of Norris making good of it. No continuation. Foul was on the floors. We have a couple Bearcats looking to enter the game.
And that was Bosiger with the 3.
Got a Bearcat in the crowd. Look at the shoulder there. You got to get him going.
It is. Andy always on the lookout of what's going on in the student sections. That's your beat, and you cover it well. In addition to being outstanding color commentator, just double duty.
Yeah.
As Kelly lays that one in.
Fantastic drive cutting across the lane.
That one pops out for Bosiger. Kelly battling for it, gets the rebound and the 2.
Kelly's one of those special players, only a sophomore. He's going to figure out ways to score and fill it up, and you saw it right there. Offensive rebound, had to work for it, still got it done.
He has 18. There's 2 for Bornschlegel.
Bornschlegel with a nifty footwork, using that 6'3" frame. But Kelly wastes no time on the other end. Gets back to the foul line.
There's a well-prepared group of fans.
Got those signs right at halftime.
$20 points now for Kelly. 22-point lead for Norris.
Nearly 2/3 of the scoring duties taken care of by Kelly for Scottsbluff. Gotta like that. Zabala, Boswell laying it all on the line. Another couple of underclassmen for the Bearcats.
Garner's there for the putback.
Yep.
2 more.
Yep. Timed that one up perfectly. Got position right in the middle of the lane, too. Working on his double-double. That's his 9th rebound.
Nice take for Sabala.
Okay, so we've seen the Bearcats get into a rhythm here and there at spots offensively. That time, real nice patience. Cut that line was the lane was wide open.
And Sabala with the steal on the other end.
That was right there.
Somehow it doesn't fall for Folkerts. Here comes Scottsbluff. 1 minute to play in the third. Kelly short. And we have a foul.
There's a good follow through. The trail rebound by the big fella, Delgado. Another sophomore.
Delgado 6'4". He's averaging 7 points, 6 rebounds a game.
Kelly's going to take a break here with just under a minute to go in the third. As will Alex Small for the Titans.
Layup pops out from Folkerts. Shot clock is off. 20-point lead for Norris.
Oh, yep, extra step. Credit the senior out there, Maxwell Howe. Doing a nice job moving his feet, staying in front of the ball and in between the basket, not allowing a clear path.
Deep three. Over the backboard. 1.1 ticks to go.
Awfully close take.
Well, 3/4 gone. It's all Norris here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. 55-35 here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. 4th quarter when we return. Welcome back, Brandon Axum, Andy Klassen, and our entire NCN crew with you for Game 4 of 6 here today on semifinal Friday. And right now, Norris sitting comfortably as we head to the final 8 minutes.
You know, gave up a couple late buckets there from Scottsbluff as they're trying to battle back, but they got off such a hot start to open up this second half. more than happy to trade buckets with the Bearcats and just kind of keep this 20-point lead. Quick takeaway, and the other way we go.
And that's Swisher with the steal.
All right, so makes amends for turning it over. Gets a steal of his own.
And a three for Amundsen.
So that looked good. That felt good if you're a Bearcat fan. Had a nice little rhythm to it. Right on time. Nice drive. The penetration initially from Kelly. Draws the defense in. Spot up shot. Knocked down by your senior, Amundsen.
This flips out for Garner. Scottsbluff basketball.
He doesn't miss too many of those.
Kelly, top of the key, 15 seconds on the shot clock. He's doubled, tries to pass it off.
Just so much traffic down there. Norris really clogging up the lane. Just really impressive what Norris has been able to do. You know, they giving up a little size down there. Hasn't been an issue.
I think too, Coach Motes will be pleased. Given a real scare yesterday in that overtime game against Bennington, and you turn around in the semis and have a performance like this. And Bosiger lays that in.
Yeah, quite the response coming off of that tight game. Kind of a gut check type of game, and then you bounce back and really just take control right out of the gates. Okay, so Caleb Swisher, the senior guard, going to get to the foul line here.
Well, this fourth quarter is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Folkerts, or excuse me, Swisher, who hits one of two. Put back attempt. Rims out, 2 shots coming up.
So the Bearcats only have 4 seniors on their roster, and all 4 of them are out there right now, and I kind of feel like they're going to play the majority of the rest of this fourth quarter. You kind of get that feeling. Probably been a part of that Bearcat program for years. So they start them young out there in Scottsbluff.
Only missed state twice since 2015. Last time they made it to the second round was 2020. So obviously a big accomplishment again for this program, although it looks like this is where their season will end, currently down 17.
Oh, what a move.
Bosiger will go to the line.
Well, Barrett's been all over the place, hasn't he? Just a grinder. Battled for that offensive rebound.
11 points on the day.
Yeah, averages 15, so I'm expecting more.
Slacking. And now he's at 13 after those two.
Okay.
He's getting closer. Full timeout taken. We'll take a timeout as well. 59-40 here at Pinnacle Bank in Lincoln. We'll be back.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Norris fans, all smiles and for good reason.
Yep.
Titans up by 19, very much looking like they will be the ones to take on Scott tomorrow.
Yeah, it definitely has that feel to it. Just kind of been able to stay out in front. You know, whenever the Bearcats do get a play from Kelly or Swisher had a nice move a moment ago. Norris has always just had the answer.
And a nice putback.
There we go.
Reisig
really had to elevate to snag that offensive rebound. Wasn't going to be denied. Yep, travel.
Pull up from the free throw line, rims out for Reisig. We're nearing the 4-minute mark, 59-42, your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
Neither team in any real foul trouble. Norris with 2 in the second half. Scottsbluff with only 1 team foul in the second half. Gardner's had a solid performance, 11 rebounds. Just filling up the stat sheet once again. We're seeing a youth movement here from the Bearcats. A bevy of sophomores enter into the game. Seniors gather a round of applause.
Kelly kicks it out. Sabala, sophomore. He kicks. 3 goes down for Boswell.
There it is. Boswell's, he's knocked a couple of those down now.
8 points coming off the bench. He's actually Scottsbluff's second leading scorer.
Got some pretty good length to work with. Nifty little defensive move there, but Folkerts takes it right back. Titans just smart with the ball, working it around, draining some of that clock.
25 now for Gardner.
He can do no wrong.
You'll remember, too, Norris, as this 3 is short, having to obviously feel good about this. Coach Moats, one of the favorites, the number 2 seed coming into this Class B state tournament. You'll remember a couple years ago, 2021, they were in a similar position, but it was in this round where you don't want to say the stage was too big for them, but they were the favorite. Elkhorn was like the 7 or 6 seed.
Yeah.
And Elkhorn got them out of rhythm. Norris couldn't hit a shot to save their lives. And it was an upset and a disappointing one for Coach Moats and the Norris community that they didn't make it to that state championship game and were bounced out in the semis.
Yeah.
Not the case this year.
Not at all. And this Greenfield with a nice little play. You kind of had that feeling there. Exceptional athletes really for both squads, but Elkhorn probably had the better football players. Norris had the better pure basketball players, but not on that day. Elkhorn took it to them.
So a chance here just 2 years removed from that, where they are going to make it back to the state final. And it'll be the first time playing for a state title since 2023. The fans know it. Standing up, cheering for the Titans as we'll take a break. 1:46 to go. 65-47 Norris here in Lincoln.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Look who it is, Brandon. Henry Penner on the coaching staff over there at Norris. You know, we talked about how Jimmy Moats played for the Creighton Blue Jays. You know who else is lighting it up from downtown for the Blue Jays right now? Former teammate of Henry Penner, Baylor Shireman, the former Aurora Husky. I think he's up for some National Player of the Awards.
That was a fun team to watch. We covered them several times over those 2 or 3 years when it was Penner, Shireman, Leininger was in there.
Yep.
The Dog Pound was always rocking when we're at Aurora.
Oh, those are some fun teams. I'll never forget the last call I ever had of Shireman. He closed his eyes and shot those 2 free throws because they were ahead by, 15 or whatever, and he knew he was getting checked out for. And he saw that, so he thought he could.
I think that was on this court, I believe, when that happened. Yep.
This speaks to the carefree spirit, but also the confidence that Mr. Shireman plays with.
And Penner, he played at the college level a little bit as well, went to Wayne State.
Yep.
And now on the coaching staff, has a great one to learn from in Coach Moats. And Coach Moats said, I think this Penner kid, he's really got an opportunity to be a very, very good coach down the line.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, great basketball mind. And I can remember interviewing Mr. Penner a couple of times for Player of the Game honors after those high school games that we covered out there in Aurora a few years ago. Feels like yesterday.
I don't know where the time goes. Speaking of time, it's winding down in this one. It was pretty much Norris from wire to wire. Scottsbluff was just unable to get in a rhythm, get things going, and Norris played a great game.
Yep.
And the shot clock is now off, and the Titans will be able to wind this all the way down to 0.
Impressive from start to finish. That's all you got to say from Norris. Their defense was on point. Their offense did a fabulous job sharing the ball, playing with that spacing that we talked about in the pregame. Multiple scorers got involved early and often, and it just kind of left the Bearcats behind.
Your final 65-47. Norris cruises in the semis. They return to the state final for the first time since 2003. Have a chance to win the program's 5th. They have a rematch with Omaha Scott a team that beat them this year, only one of its 2 losses. One coming to Scott, that was a 60-57 defeat, just 3 points. Falling to the Skyhawks, they will have a chance to avenge that tomorrow. Stay with us. We'll hear from winning head coach and our player of the game in our post-game show coming up next.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The 2 things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Norris player of the game, Chris Garner, is with me. Chris, congratulations. You're moving to the state championship game. What did it take to get this done today?
It took a lot of hard work and determination to get here, and we just got to take it one game at a time and just keep going.
You are a part of a young team. It's led by freshmen and sophomores primarily. How have you guys overcome that inexperience to get to this point?
We just stay together, stay poised, and just play our hardest, and the rest will take care of itself.
Well, you scored more than 20 points today, but you also had a double-double, 11 boards. How has that part of your game grown over time, and how big of a priority is it for you to get rebounds?
I'm going to choose to rebound, We got to come out with loose balls and set the tone and just effort plays.
Omaha Scott's going to be the opponent. They beat you by 3 earlier this year. What does it mean to get another chance at them?
It means a lot, We want to beat them and show the state we're here.
Well, congratulations on a great game, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Jimmy Mote's going to make his way over here following a Norris Titan victory. Coach, congratulations. See you afterwards. You're clear, Chris. And you're walking over and you turn to the fans, raise your hands up. What's the emotion like heading to the state championship game?
It's been 21 years since Norris has played on Championship Saturday, and for these kids, for the time they've invested, the work ethic, the early mornings in the weight room, the trips over the summer, the fall workouts, here's the payoff, is they're going to be 1 of 12 tomorrow playing here for a chance to win a state championship. And it's pretty cool. It's reminiscent of my own night team at Sterling that made that run. And I'm just proud of the guys because, after last night coming back and winning overtime, then I thought it was important we got off to a good start today. It's a pretty cool deal. For our program, for our community, and we get to showcase ourselves tomorrow.
Oh, you mentioned getting off to a good start. Your team led wire to wire. What did it take to put together a complete game?
Well, I thought we had to get different guys involved early, and you know, Junior was big. I think he had 25. I think he had a ton of boards. Barrett hit a couple big ones. He got the line. He's done a better job of getting the line here in the last couple games. Evan was more efficient offensively today, but we had guys off the bench, Josh and McCoy, and Jarrett hit a couple big ones, and we just get a lot of contributions. And Alex Small is just our energy guy. I mean, he sets the tone for our team, just with his efficiency defensively, and you know, sometimes we have to tail him back a little bit. He gets too wound up. So, but I'm just proud of our guys. I mean, in terms of what they did today, and this is a hard game to win. You know, coming off a quick turnaround, and we're ready to roll.
Well, we just talked to a sophomore. There's freshmen out here making plays. How does this team overcome its inexperience to rise to the occasion?
I don't know if you call it inexperience. I mean, Junior played down here last year. Small was. Barrett's been down here. A lot of our guys have been here. But we need to take the next step to get to where we wanted to get to. We had to go through this. And we've been in a lot of games this year where we've had to overcome deficits and tight ones. And just their ability to finish the game today, I think, was the biggest thing. I was a little mad at Junior there. He got a little careless with the basketball there a couple of possessions, but he's such a great kid and such a cornerstone of our program, and just a terrific athlete. And I think the best is yet to come with him, and we get one more game with him tomorrow, so we'll see what he can do.
Well, it's against Omaha Scott. They got the best of you by just 3 points earlier this season. What's it mean to have another shot at the Skyhawks?
Well-coached team. Kyle's really good. I mean, they've been the Class B kind of, you know, they've been at the top of Class B for probably the last decade. I mean, they're down here almost every year, and you know, they've came back from 2 games in this tournament. They've been down the fourth quarter and found ways to win. So it's a tribute to what those kids have done. And, you know, they got some length. Those kids just play hard, and just the opportunity to get to play them tomorrow for a chance to win this thing. We're going to go see what we can do.
I'm sure you're going to have a heck of a crowd here for it. We're looking forward to it.
I think the Norris community is they've really gotten behind this team all year. You saw it today. It was yesterday. To be down here tomorrow, and, you know, all we ask is for a chance, and like I said, it's been 21 years since we've gotten this opportunity as a program, and to be a part of it. You know, 4 years ago when they gave me the keys to the Cadillac to run this thing, you know, it changed my career for the better. And here, you know, 15 years later, I've waited for another opportunity to be able to coach a team in the state final, and here we are.
Well, congrats, Jimmy, and good luck.
Thank you.
That's the Norris Titans. They're moving on to the state championship game. Let's see how it went down. Your top plays are coming up.
Thank you, Michael, and yes, congratulations to the Norris Titans. Garner, our player of the game, with 25 points. He had a double-double, and Jimmy Moats, as you mentioned, very thoughtful in his answers.
Yes.
2+ decades since this program's been here, and the first for him as a coach since that Sterling game you referenced 15 years ago. So he's relishing the moment to have a chance to win another state title as well.
Well, they've won in a couple different ways here, so they got to feel good about their chances heading into this one tomorrow, but it's against the monster that is Omaha Scott in Class B. But it doesn't matter. Once you get to this point in the season, this level, you're just happy for it to be playing another game. And Coach Moats mentioned that a couple of times, just how grateful and thankful he is for this shot, this opportunity.
Well, let's take a look at those top plays. They're brought to you by Currency. If you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Class B semifinal number 2. Second-seeded Norris taking on the 3-seed Scottsbluff to see who will take on the defending champ Scott in the Class B final. We start things in the first quarter. Norris getting things going early. That is Chris Gartner. He would have many baskets in this one. There's the first 2. 9-4 lead, and then threes. This is coming from a freshman, Evan Greenfield. This is a young team, just one senior on the squad. Didn't matter, though, because the youth came to play. There's a 3 knocked down by Nathan Kelly. He led Scottsbluff in this one. 20 points, 16 of them coming in the first half, but it would be 19-9 after 1. And Norris continues in the second quarter. There's a Jarrett Behrens bucket. He had 8 on the afternoon. This one kicked out for a 3, knocked down by John Boswell. He came off the bench for Scottsbluff, had a great game, 8 points. But it's a 6-point lead for Norris, make it an 8-point lead after Garner makes another bucket. Halftime your score, 39-23 Norris, and the Titans start to separate themselves here. Behrens with the 3 to start the third quarter. More Norris baskets. Greenfield kicks it out, and the 3 goes down for Boziger. Barrett Boziger had 12. That was his lone 3 in the game. Scottsbluff trying to get back into it. Landon Amundsen, his 1 field goal. But it would still be 55-35 after 3, and Boswell hits a 3 for Scottsbluff, but it would be for consolation purposes because Norris and Garner, they were too much. Garner finishes with a game-high 25 points, and Norris returns to the state title game for the first time in 21 years. They will play for the program's 5th state championship. All they have to do is knock off Scott, the defending champs. Well, that will do it for our afternoon session of games here on News Channel Nebraska. Here's a look at your updated bracket brought to you by Currency. Scott Norris tomorrow in the Class B finals. Scott knocking off Crete, giving the Cardinals its only loss of the season. The 1 seed goes down. Defending champs are back in the title game, and it will be up against Norris to see who will lift the Class B trophy. Reminder that we still have 2 more games tonight. Class A coming up at 5:45. We'll be live in exactly an hour. Omaha Central and Bellevue West. Game number 1 of the Class A docket. We're following that up with the final game of the evening. Millard North taking on Omaha West Side. We return to regular programming for an hour. Go get some food, relax a little bit, come back and get ready for Class A here on NCN. Pre-game for Bell West Omaha Central starts at 5:45 Central. We'll see you then. Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axmit with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's, we're going to go play with a few kids. You know, we're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. You know, there's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 Initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player at Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axmit. We'll see you next time.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.